Fulbright program in Pakistan is really big. I was in a job environment where people had been in the Fulbright program and come back to Pakistan and were working. So I had my colleagues mostly push me into applying.
Layla Farouk, who has albinism, traveled from Pakistan to study political science in Missouri.
That's when I applied and I got it.
So while I was working teaching deaf children in Mozambique, I was interested in getting more education.
Inocencio Zendemela, who is deaf, traveled from Mozambique to study educational psychology in New York.
So I applied for scholarships at various places. And then I went to the U.S. Embassy there and asked about scholarships, and that's when I learned about the Fulbright opportunities.
The National Clearinghouse on Disability and Exchange presents Inclusion in the Fulbright Program.
There were several steps in applying for the Fulbright. I had to fill out an application, and I told them about my dream of coming to the United States and what I intended to do with my education here. And then I took an English test, and then I took the GRE test, and I would say altogether with the interview, it was a pretty easy process.
The world has a lot of barriers, a lot of boundaries, a lot of borders.
Dr. Victor Pineda, Fulbright alumnus with a physical disability.
People with disabilities know how to break those borders down. They know how to go beyond what's expected and show really incredible capacities, an incredible way of connecting. And I think programs like the Fulbright do that in a very effective way.
When you travel abroad, your thinking process is from a different reference point. You just learn so much. A lot of the learning that you do is really about yourself and your ability to do things. There's a sense of credibility that comes with you if you've lived in another country, especially the US. So now when I say something, I think a lot of it's taken more seriously.
There's a big advantage in being able to travel to other countries in order to see what has been tried there. Because when you stay within your own country, whatever that country is, you're limited to what has been tried there. There's only so much experience. When we travel, we can share ideas, see new perspectives, and then bring them back to our country.
I have seen case after case, person after person,
Cerise Roth Vinson from Mobility International USA,
who takes the experience of international exchange and trampolines that into something amazing. For somebody who's thinking, I've always wanted to do that, but it's just not possible for me, I would say it is possible for you. It's possible for you just like it's possible for anyone else. If it's your dream, it's achievable.
Explore the possibilities. Contact us at www.myusa.org/NCDE or email us at clearinghouse@myusa.org. Follow us at #access2USA on Twitter at MobilityINTL and on Facebook at mobility.international. The Fulbright program is sponsored by the Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs of the United States Department of State. Follow the Fulbright program on social media, including Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. For additional information about the Fulbright program and its different opportunities, go to eca.state.gov/Fulbright. The National Clearinghouse on Disability and Exchange is sponsored by the Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs at the U.S. Department of State.